Hi.
Hey.
God. I have the largest glass of wine.
Hey, you're supposed to, okay? I'm sure for you and your husband, it has to be chaos.
Oh my God. It's
Like, I can't
so fun.
imagine.
Yeah, I usually they go down really well, but my twins, for those of you who don't know, I have twins. That's my
Hey.
husband. I know that Gallo probably expected to talk to just me, but we're here together.
No,
So
you told me. We're good. We're fine.
yeah.
It's
How's
just a
life for you?
chill. It's, I'm okay. I'm kind of a homebody, so
Same.
yeah, I don't need, like, a lot of people always tell me, like, you could just stay in your room and be okay. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm content. I don't need, like, we know some people are, they need, like, 10 friends, and I'm like,
You're cool by yourself.
yeah, I'm like, I'm good. It's too much time and effort to
I
have.
feel like social media connects us though, no?
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's all I need. As long as I have my phone and I have Instagram and Facebook more for, I guess, family and, like,
Yeah,
close friends.
totally.
Yeah,
I
that's all I
totally get
need. I
it.
mean, and then, yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I think I had the corona already, so.
I think a lot of people think that.
Yeah, because I was living in LA all last year,
Mm-hmm.
and December hit, and I lost 30 pounds in 2.5 weeks.
Oh
Wow.
my God.
Yeah, I went to 3 doctors. None of them could tell me what was wrong with me.
That's
I had,
insane.
yeah, I had a headache. I had a migraine headache for like 3 months. I had the chills, the shakes, fever.
That's
I liked
fun.
the, yeah, I liked the weight loss. It was great.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, but the everything else was, I was like, yeah, what's going on? I guess I'm just maybe slowly dying, and I don't know. So
I know a lot of people who felt that way exactly before the whole thing broke. So it's
exactly, it's scary because like they couldn't tell me anything. And I'm thinking like when a doctor tells you like, I don't know. I'm like, okay.
yeah.
Gallo, your skin looks insane.
Oh yeah, it's a good filter.
Oh, is it? You
Yeah.
can put filters on this? Oh, I'm
Yes.
doing it. That's amazing. Oh, you
Filter.
can.
Yes.
That's so fun. I know. I look like this was not the plan, Gallo. Let's find the right filter. Here it is. Look at this one. I'm glowing.
Yeah. See, perfect,
I mean,
perfection.
no, I seriously though, like, oh my God, there's so many filters. No,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna turn the filter off because you know what? I don't need one. Um,
But-
no, this is the real me. Like the dream girl is not here like anymore, but she's still in my heart.
Well, I want to ask both of you first. Congrats
Thank
on
you.
your twins.
Yeah.
Like, how has it been for both of you? Because I'm sure, I mean, you were just, married, and then now you have twins.
Well, we've been married for God, how many years now?
Yeah.
14. We've been married for 14 years. No, we've been married for 11 years, and then we tried to have kids for about, I don't know what, 5 years. 5 years until we were successfully able to do it through in vitro. So
Yeah.
it's been a long process, and she did most of the work, but I was along for the ride, fortunately. Right. And these kids are amazing now.
Yeah, I want to tell you, like, how was it? Because you were so used to, just you two.
Mm-hmm.
And how has it been? Like,
it was a transition, but like when you've waited and fought so hard, for us, like, it's perspective. You know what I mean? Like, we prayed so hard. We didn't know if we could have babies, so that when the miracles happened, it was just, we've been just kind of grateful. But they're getting to a really crazy age. But yeah, so we're just excited to have like a wine night with you right now.
Yeah,
Cheers.
I know. I got my water. I'm sorry.
Those kids are dead.
I'm on water too. So
yeah,
he's on water. I'm the only one who needs the wine apparently. This pandemic and everything else is kicking my ass.
Man, who you telling? I give parents a lot of credit because you all have a lot on a normal day. At least you could get away from work and stuff, but literally being home 24/7, like.
Yeah, it's tough, but they make it worth it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean it's all worth it, but
it's worth it.
I guess it's just scary because we don't know what's really happening anymore. Now the second wave's happening, so it's like, okay, well.
Well, the one thing remains. You got to give your kids the best you can, and you just you support your family the way you can, and you just got to do you.
Yeah,
that's it.
I wish I was a kid right now. during this time. Think about it. You would never know.
As long as you're good at Fortnite, I feel like your life would be a dream right now.
I like am ready for some fun. Summer's coming, or it's here, but I feel like summer's like really about to happen. It's getting hotter, and like I've been doing Arbonne, which is like an MLM, which has huge stigmas, but I feel so amazing in my body for the first time in a really long time. I'm ready to have some freaking fun. Like,
I know.
We're going to go for 4th of July with a bunch of friends and camp and have a freaking blast. But I'm just ready to, like, I know that it's like a heavy time in the world right now, but I also think our mental health and our mental state and our emotional state is super important. You know, I think we're not going to fix every problem. And I mean, all of our problems in 2020, we're not going to fix them overnight. So I think that we're getting an ass whooping that we needed. And it's time for us to like collect ourselves and figure out where we're going to go from here. But also like, I do want to say this, and this is going to sound weird. I think people need to make sure that they're having a little bit of fun. Like not just like woo-sawing and doing yoga, because that's all great, because that's what I keep seeing people post, and that's wonderful. But if you're not laughing at all, if you're not like finding ways to enjoy your life right now, you're not going to be good.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. I agree with you 100%.
I just think that's important. I don't think people talk enough about like humor and feeling good and finding the good even in the bad.
Yeah, finding the good in the bad. Yeah, it's necessary, because you're literally like, if you don't, after this is all over or whenever, you're gonna go literally crazy. Like
totally.
It may not be now, but sooner or later.
I think people feel guilty having fun or showing that they're having fun right now, just out of being sensitive, and I totally understand that. But I just wanted to say that to encourage people, because I've talked to so many people on my Instagram, and I'm not a therapist, but I talk to a lot of people. I've been really heavy in the movement, and you know, it's just been, it takes a tax. It's taxing on you when you're having those types of conversations with people all the time, or people in person, your families. I hear a lot of people saying they're having hard conversations. And so I just kind of feel like now that we're getting to a place where we're just going to move forward and see what that looks like, everybody needs to like find a way to,
but like you said, like you're doing 4th of July, like go out, have some fun. You need at least one trip or one kind of get together, just to, not with a lot of people, just with a few people you know close. And
I'm gonna get wasted.
Hey, you deserve it. Hey, you both deserve it, so it's a good thing.
Don't worry, kids will be taken care of.
Mimi and Papa are gonna be there. Right. You don't take the kids that night, and I'm gonna get wasted. Well, did we drink when we were together?
No, I think we did. We were sober because it was early.
Oh, that's right. Because the interview was early, huh? Did you have fun on that tour with us? We bonded with you so fast.
That show was, I felt like I was literally like 11 years old.
Was he there?
I think I was there.
Because he was there for like half the tour.
I might have been.
He might have been outside of the room. Because I remember in the room it was just you four, and then I think I forget who the girl was like organizing it.
Oh, Jeanette.
Yes, Jeanette.
Yes. What city was it?
It was Chicago. Well, I guess it was Rosemont, but it is Chicago.
Was there? Yeah, I flew in for that show for one day.
I was gonna say that was.
Did you?
That was the room we did the nasty in.
Wow, you didn't have to get that.
Hey, at least you had a good spot, because where that was.
What happens when I drink wine?
Yeah.
At least it was earlier in the day.
No, but first I want to start. Well, I'm trying to go on a timeline, but I'll try to keep it moving quick for you.
Go for it.
But when you were a child, would you say, what age did you know, like, you kind of want to take the whole entertainment industry seriously and get in? Because when you're young, you have dreams, but you don't necessarily know if it's going to be, quote unquote, a career or just kind of a hobby.
Well, especially me, because I was growing up in a really small town called Blythe, which nobody knows where that is. There's nobody there who's done like anything in the entertainment world, or really like anything that big. We have like one NFL superstar that's from Blythe, but that's it. So we didn't know anything. When I called 1-800-BE-A-STAR, which sounds insane, but I did. And It was this talent placement agency. I went there. There was a cattle call for like 1,000 girls, and they were just trying to sell me to become one of their clients so they could make money. You pay them. That's what the talent placement agency are. So it's kind of a
rip off in a way, but yeah,
yeah. But they were like, yeah, go see what we can offer, and I got the gig. So they were like, oh crap. This girl who's totally green, doesn't know anything. I think I did a jazz dance and I had no music and I sang Celine Dion's My Heart Will Go On, which is what I did in a talent show. And I got the gig and I was the most green out of everybody. And they almost fired me like 3 times because I had a hunchback. I didn't know how to take photos. I couldn't dance. Like when I say couldn't dance, it was like I didn't know how to snap on beat. It was really bad. So my singing was okay, but it needed a lot of work. I don't know if they chose me because I'm spunky as fuck, but they chose me. And then literally, I don't want to say it was like an overnight success, but we fell into the hands of our manager, Kenny Burns. And he's really who we owe all of our success to. And I'm going to just state that. The other girls might have a different opinion. But he came up with the name Dream. He came up with the concept for us to be urban pop. You know, these young white girls that hadn't really been done. He had a really good relationship with P.Diddy and Puff Daddy at the time. And we had shopped around to Disney and every Universal, like every other label. They wouldn't take us because minors, minors, like at that time, they didn't realize, one, how much gold it is to have, you know, youth. But at the time, it was so much liability. And you have to have, you know, a parent and a teacher on the road. And you're not supposed to work more than 10 hours a day. So it just is not conducive.
I forget about that stuff. There's all those child laws of work.
Yes. Which we didn't follow any of those laws. If there was a teacher that was like, no, they need to stop working, we're like, she's got to be fired, so we have to keep working. But yeah, so basically we fell into the hands of Kenny Burns, and because of him, he had a vision and he put forth that vision and we followed through with it. And so he even got our first single. Like,
that's crazy.
He has a book out called The Dream Is Real. You can see how he got our single. It's really crazy. So
crazy.
Yeah, he got us on the Insane tour, and then it was bing bang boom. Just
I want to say, like,
blew off.
I remember in that time I went to 2 of your shows when you were opening for a 98 Degrees Revelation tour. It was you, Baha Men, and Debla Morgan.
Debla Morgan.
Yeah. What was the song? Dance With Me, I think.
Yeah. Oh, come and dance with me. She had like an opera voice almost. It was like, she was pretty like Mariah Carey-ish.
Yeah, definitely. That tour, and then the TRL tour was one. I wish that was recorded for like DVD or VHS at that time.
Mel had some on YouTube, but yeah, that tour was bomb.
Yeah, like when I heard that, like, what did it feel like to be? Because I was just asking Melissa this too. Like when you were all on TRL and all of yous were on there, I was like, this is a dream. Like if I could get a photo in between all of you, like that was literally.
There
like,
is one. There's like a meme for it. There's a picture of all of us. All of us. Nelly, everybody. Eve.
Everyone.
And it says something about like all the celebrities in 2000 shopped at Walmart. Because we're all in like just, you know how now people are like so eccentric and expensive and wearing Chanel and shit.
Yeah.
And we were literally probably wearing Walmart clothes, most of us. It was just like t-shirts and
because it wasn't about that at that time. It was about.
It wasn't. It was about it's getting hot in here.
Yeah.
Take off all your clothes.
Exactly. But
it was like, a good time.
Like how was it like? Because I'm happy I made it on TRL as, you know, in the audience before it ended and then came back, because the new TRL, it's not the same.
No.
It was
never
like
will be.
Yeah, never
we
will
didn't
be.
have social media back then, so the only way to connect with a celebrity was to be near a celebrity. So now you don't have to go stand outside because you can go see what Justin Timberlake's doing right now.
Exactly. Yeah, it's scary. Like I remember going in and they take your phone away, they put it in a baggie. We weren't allowed to they were like, don't talk to none of the artists. So I was like, okay, okay. But it's all like it's just funny. But what's one of your favorites?
Who did you see when you went?
Who was it? who was hosting? Fergie was hosting with Vanessa Manillo.
Nice.
And it was, who performed? Lloyd and Lil Wayne.
Nice.
And the guests were Timbaland. Yeah, Timbaland and Ashley Tisdale were the guests. So yeah, that was like kind of at the end. It was like, yeah, it was like 2007, I think.
Timbaland was.
I think I would cry if I met Timbaland.
Yeah, he's.
Yeah, that's a
iconic.
Legend. Yeah, iconic. Like,
yeah.
But it was good. But it was fun. But like, what's one of your favorite memories from all them TV shows? Because you were all on everything. Like from Regis and Kelly, TRL, Rosie O'Donnell show, like every major
pretty
show.
Epic for me personally.
Yeah.
I think she saw the gay in me because I'm bi, and I swear I'm not kidding, because I was like, I love Rosie, like I've always loved Rosie, but like even as a kid, my little short haircut and everything, like I think she just, because she kind of, usually people who interviewed Dream didn't really focus on me. It would usually be on, you know, Holly or Melissa, and or even like Diana. Like I was just loud, so I just like would make my way into the conversation. But she kind of honed in and focused on me, and she was talking about Blythe. That was a pretty epic moment for me. Like I felt like she saw me, she got me, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rosie was really cool. TV show wise, like one that for some reason sticks out in my head is Regis and Kelly, but it wasn't Kelly. He was
was it still Kathy, or was it in between?
It was in between.
Yeah,
so it was some girl that didn't make it, and it was cheesy and everything, but that was fun. But I think my favorite TV performance, I will say, interview would be Rosie, but performance was Jay Leno.
Yeah.
Because we did, we wore like these biker outfits because he loves Harley Davidson.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But we also switched up. We got a live band instead of just hitting a track, and we had this badass like da-da-da, da-da-da. We were like headbanging. It was like we were living. It was one of the best performances. It was so good. It was so much fun. And Melissa, he had her do like the Britney Spears. She mimicked Britney Spears. She does a really good job. Dance, right? Yeah, she does a really good job. So she did that. That one sticks out major in my head because that was a great performance. But it's hard. That's hard. There's so many. We our choreographer was Lorianne Gibson, who's really tough, and
she gives it to you, like
she really does. Yeah. Even our dancers were like, I've never danced this hard in my life. Like all of them said that because they were like sweating bullets every time, out of breath. You have to have your stamina when you're working with Lorianne, but she wouldn't slack with us. Like she would not give us any excuses. It was like, you're gonna work just as hard as the dancers, if not harder, because you have to sing too. We're gonna be live. You guys are not gonna be lip syncing. Even if you sound like shit, you're just gonna have to sound like shit. You gotta get better. It's the hard knocks, you know?
Yeah.
And having her, it was like pretty much like being in the military, no joke.
Yeah.
Like all of our moves we would spend 8 hours on one move. Like one move. So we would be in rehearsal. No, I'm not even kidding. I have video. It's really insane. But we were really good because of it. I'm not saying it wasn't a little weird to do to children, but but I will say that we were really good because of it, because we were like, boy, I know you're a bit unsure. Like we were snapping on point. I mean, we were a unit, and every time I see playback in videos, I'm like, damn, we were good. And I do compare it to other groups that were not as clean, you know, because they just had probably nicer choreographers that were like, okay, it's fine, that works.
Yeah.
We didn't have that. And not that Lorianne isn't great and everything, but you know, it was just kind of it was intense.
Yeah.
It was intense. For sure.
Yeah, I want to tell you too, like from the first album, you were super young. And the second album, Reality, like, was it hard for you? Because I feel like at that time, that's when, you know, label and production company and, you know, your management tell you what to do. And that was like making you all more sexy. It was you know, like the Video Crazy was way more.
Okay, so.
I know it was a new label too, right? Because y'all went from Bad Boy to.
We were always on Bad Boy, but Bad Boy switched to.
That's what it is. Okay.
And then they switched to Universal. So, no, you know what? I got to be honest. We had a lot of say-so from day one. I'm not going to say that we knew what we were talking about and that there weren't other people steering the ship, but we definitely had a lot of opinion. And I feel like our opinions were taken into consideration. During the making of the second album, like, us girls wrote like over half the second album. Me specifically, my writing was, I was killing it with my writing. And that's when I knew I was really, really, really a writer. One of my own personal songs was going to be making the album called I'm Controlled. And I mean, we were writing with all these big names. And we had a bomb second album. That second album, we were going to be the female in sync, hands down. We were just going to be the first of our kind in that way. It wasn't going to be over-sexualized or anything like that. It was just going to be just enough. But what happened was, I think that Diddy doesn't relate to that music. He doesn't relate to pop music. Yeah, he makes popular music in the urban realm, you know, that does go across the board for himself. He's figured that out for himself. But I don't think he connected with 4 young white girls from California. Yeah. Straight up. We were blessed to be on his label because we got that the street cred, basically. That's why people like ooh and awed over Dream is like, why did Diddy sign them? They must be something cool, something different. So we were blessed to be on his label, you know? Yeah. And I think he wanted an urban group, which is what he got with Dan 80 Kane. Yeah. So when Dream ended, he got to reform a group that he wanted. You know, that was more sexy and urban. So what happened was he wanted to do this song called Crazy. We didn't even want to record it. We didn't like it. We didn't relate to it. It wasn't our vibe. We had already made this bomb ass album. We had done 80 songs and he wanted to do this one last song. And we hated it. We didn't even want to record it. And he made us record it. And then he chose it as our first single. And we were like, no. Yeah. This is a bad idea. And he felt differently and really, really felt strongly about it. And so he picked the song, we got to pick the video. And out of all the videos choices, cool. Because people send you, you know,
treatments, right?
The different treatments. Matthew Ralston was the one who did the Crazy video, who was extremely artsy, and a well-known name that like anybody would want to work with. Yeah. It seemed artistic, the way it was written. But then again, Puff came in and it was like, more booty popping. I want them tanner. That's why we looked orange.
Really?
I'm not kidding. We did 3 tans, 3 like spray tans. And then he'll attest this because he was there because his sister was in the group. They were putting makeup on us to make us even darker. He saw them putting it on my ass. That's when he fell in love with me. And I had a good ass then.
Still got a good ass.
Yeah, and I mean, so it became a really over-sexualized thing, which I had fun doing. I was tired of looking like a freaking boy. So I was like, cool, I'm going to show you guys that I am sexy and I am a woman. And so that's how that came into fruition.
Okay. See, it's always good, like, interesting to hear, because I know, like they say, the first single is usually not the artist's pick, especially in that time when, you know, label heads, it's all chosen for you, unfortunately. And
I mean, the rest of the album sounded like the female in sync, so that's just like came out of nowhere, you know, and it didn't match anything else.
Well, yeah, you know, it's so crazy you say that too. The album, it was on iTunes, now it's off. But they have the demos leaked.
So there's a woman named Debbie Hammond who I'm pretty sure leaked it because no one else would have had all the files she had. What she released, some of it's not us. Some of it's like the demos that got sent in for us to listen to and try. And some of them we didn't even try. They're like not even our voices. It's like the demo girls' voices. One of them is Brandy, actually. Brandy the singer.
What?
She wrote a song. It's crazy. So yeah, it's I forget the name of it. It's a really depressing song, actually. It's kind of talking about like really bad stuff. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure she leaked it. She's an evil human being, and I have no problem saying that. She's like not good news at all.
Yeah.
Thank God I have no ties to her anymore. But she's really the one who screwed us. She's pretty much the one. She's the one who gave us an insane contract that we couldn't get out of. Like one of those stories people have heard over and over and over again. So yeah, I think she released it, and so we have no ties to it. We have no idea. We don't get any money from it. You know, I mean, none of it's mixed. It's like all the stuff that, it's the album that we made with the 80 songs that they broke down into like 4 albums, I think.
Well, at least they got it off.
Put I'm glad, because there's a lot of fans that listen to it and they love it. I don't know how they downloaded it or how they kept it, but I'm glad. Good for them.
Yeah, because it was up for a while, and now it's just, I think there's 2 other albums on. I think those are before you were signed to Diddy.
Correct.
Those are the 2 that are out there as well.
They put every demo we ever did.
It's crazy.
Which is rare. I don't think a lot of other like groups out there, like you guys kind of really got to see the raw stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool, but I'm sure it sucks for you all, like you said, you aren't getting, you know, it's not official. It's sad because now with social media, everything is, you know.
I mean, we've never seen a royalty from the first album either, which we should have. So, but it's just complicated. I'm 35 years old now. We've looked into things, and it's really difficult and complicated. And you know, we've thought about like figuring it all out, but it's just not worth it. To me,
well, the other cool thing is, like, yeah, I know at that time you didn't make the money necessarily. Yeah. But the exposure and the experiences were.
The experiences were.
Oh my God, priceless! Yeah. It'll never.
Ever
again. Yeah. And the budgets for the amazing things.
The tour that we did with O-Town and 98 Degrees was probably one of the greatest experiences of my life, because this time I didn't take it for granted. I knew that it probably wouldn't last again because people don't change, and so I felt like in some version history would repeat itself, you know, which I was cool with. So I partied every day.
Hey, why not?
Every day on that tour bus. I went in every city. I'm like, what is the good food here? That's when my ass grew very, very large. And I just like enjoyed my time and enjoyed my fans. I went out every night. I talked to as many fans as I could. Mm-hmm. I just kind of like did everything I didn't get to do the first time, you know, and took it in. My husband got to go on tour with me, which was awesome. Like that's a part of me that he really would have never understood had he not had that experience, you know?
No, definitely. Like that. And that's like the cool thing was, I feel like back in the time before, you didn't, I guess because you were so young, you didn't like appreciate it as much, because
I thought it was going to last forever.
Yeah. And another thing is, I feel like at that time, all you really had were not meet and greets. They were more like autograph signings, like a quick, oh, here's an autograph buy. Here's an autograph buy.
I mean, that's a million autographs.
Yeah, like it was quick. I remember you were never allowed photos. It was always quick. Like people would be trying to sneak a camera in, and they're like, nope.
We were at one point in time, we were at a level that was that big.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, these tours with 98 Degrees and O-Town, they're big, but they're not like the status that we used to be. So we didn't have time before because the lines were so long. I could take time to actually talk to people and hang out and, you know, just be with my fans this time around. It was nice. I liked it.
Yeah, I know, because you said some dope experiences. Because you said like it was like everyone on the tour photo with a fan. And then you each had individual. Yeah. And you said really dope ones, because it was like, yo, come in our dressing room, chill with us.
Yeah.
You know.
But you know what? The thing is, before we were young, we were minors. So we followed the rules. We didn't drink. We weren't like those celebrities that got all messed up or, you know, whatever. We had good protection. But so like being on tour with NSYNC, we weren't hanging out with them because we were minors. They didn't want to get in trouble, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, now this tour with the 90 Degrees, when we were like, we're grown. We got kids, you know? We're ready.
How was it? How was it though? Like you said, being with 90 Degrees in O-Town, because they're a little, probably 5 years older than you, 5'10", between there, I guess.
I would assume.
Like between that age, like how was it though? Just being of age,
they're so much fun.
You could party with them.
Oh my God, They're so much fun. Nick wasn't really allowed to party. I don't think his wife was pregnant, so I think she was,
having it. She was
like, mind your P's and Q's, which I would have been just the same. We hung out a lot with Justin. He loved the girls and I would have wine nights. He loved our wine nights. And Drew was my favorite. Me and Drew just laughed all the time. DJ bonded with Drew.
Drew's a cool dude.
He's a cool dude. So yeah, it was a good time. We had fun with all of them. The O-Town boys, like, we go way back, but we're closer in age and stuff, and closer in success as well from our past. But they're killing it now. Like, I'm proud of them, and I think they're amazing with what they've done. Like now, and I think they're an incredible group, and I hope they go far. I do.
No, definitely, yeah. And how did it feel like, when Dream took a break initially after the second album, I guess? And you each had time to kind of live normal life, because you were so used to, you were put on at such a young age, like that was your normal, I guess.
I didn't like living normal life because I didn't know how to do it. I still don't like living normal life. Like we have retirement plans to be on a bomb ass expensive motorhome, sell our house, and just when our kids are grown and we're old and gray, and just travel. I'm comfortable on a tour bus. I want to see cultures and experience things and art and inspire people and have them inspire me. I'm an artist completely at heart. And so for me, this whole like normal schmormal, it doesn't really fit for me. It doesn't fit for me, but I was smart enough to find an awesome and amazing and incredible partner and to settle down so I could have these amazing kids. We didn't have kids for a long time because of my music career. And so it was time. I had put in all my energy. I had tried the solo thing. And I mean, I really gave it the good old college try. A lot of money I put into it. And so it was just it's time to be normal. But I went through major, and probably a lot of artists that are in my position who've been successful and then are no longer successful. You go through major depression, anxiety. It's not like, oh, how's normal life now? Do you enjoy taking a stroll in the park? It's like, no, I've seen the other side. I've seen the other side, and it's like another planet. And, and the thing is, like, trying to jump into normal life and talk to people who have just gone to college and done the normal thing, like, I don't relate to them. They don't relate to me. So it's a very lonely place. But I'm finally at a place now where, like, I do feel connected with other people, and it's cool, but I accept my weirdness.
Well, no, I give you all a lot of credit for when you did Lady Phoenix, and I know it didn't fully get released the reality show, but the tad bits that were shown, it's great that you've actually shown the realism of it, of like, because so many people when you're famous, like so famous at a younger age, they live up to that. They'll buy a Gucci bag and can't pay their rent.
Right.
To show.
We were never those girls.
Yeah, you actually showed like, hey, yo, this is real life.
Dream's always been we've always been real. I think is a part of our marketing problem. But we are, I mean, look at me right now. It's no makeup. I got, this wine's going to make my face red.
Right.
It is what it is, though. Like, I'm a normal human being. We just are talented as.
Exactly. Yeah.
Together, Dream is something else.
But I just want to ask you, like, when he's all reunited for My 2K, like, what were your first, like, how did you feel? Were you nervous? Were you like,
I was like, did the gods come together and decide this? Like, how? The money wasn't that great.
Yeah.
It was good, though. It wasn't like, crazy. I don't know. I don't know why it happened, to be honest. It just came together. The fact that
came together at the right.
The fact that Holly wanted to do it was like, whoa.
Yeah.
And bring both her kids on the road. Still don't know how she did that now that I have kids. But it was a really crazy like thing. I don't even know how it happened, to be honest. I mean, Mel and I have always tried to get the group back together over and over again. Mel's been a big driving force in, the Dream social media and things like that. And Melissa put so much work into that tour. She was our manager. her husband was our choreographer who did insane. He was our creative director too. Like he went above and beyond. I can't even tell you. Everybody was impressed with him. Yeah. Not just us, like the whole crew. They're like, wow, he's like really professional. We're like, yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, we've never put a tour together. We've always been on a label, a big label. And basically Melissa did it pretty much on her freaking own. She's incredible. All the girls are though. So I don't know how it came together, but I'm just so glad that it did. We had some really special moments. And as far as the creative aspect of singing, doing music, and putting our show together, it was literally like riding a bike. We got in there and I was like, oh my God, I haven't danced in so long. Put on the music. Here's the steps. We all just, my husband was like, what the heck? Who are you? You know, like everybody was like, holy shit. And we just still had it. Our magic will never go anywhere. The way we sing together, it's really beautiful. But we're just a rare bird. We come out very rarely and people always ask if we're going to get back together. Probably the most common question that I will get asked till the day I die. I think there's a nail in that coffin, if I'm being honest. I think that the dream train is officially over. I think I really wanted it to continue. I really did. I was like, this is perfect. We can go perform at casinos, gay clubs. Yes. Get paid, good money, and, you know, just live our creative lives. Yeah. And it just didn't work out that way, unfortunately. Everybody has different lives they need to live, and I respect that.
No.
Not everybody's a gypsy like me.
I feel like, though, sooner or later, not saying necessarily new music, because I know that's a lot to do new music. It's a lot. It's just a different time today, and it's expensive to do music and
it's very expensive.
Yeah, like, but touring, I feel, not even so much touring, spot shows every, you know, like kind of like how the Spice Girls did. They came back together, what, twice?
I mean, listen, I would love that. I absolutely would love that. I just, you know, there's family issues. I'll put it to you that way. In our dream family, us girls that, you know, that are just between us four and us five, I should say, because Casey's included in that. You know, I don't think this time I don't think anyone's going to get there, you know? And I only say that not to like be a Debbie Downer, but I feel bad for my fans. I don't want them to be hoping for something that isn't really possible. You know, I want them to always get the real.
Well, I appreciate you for that, because who is it from the Spice Girls kept on saying, Mel B kept on saying, yeah, we're reuniting. And then they weren't reuniting. And I was like, oh, damn, but at least you're being real with everyone. Like, yo, you know, right now, it's you know, nothing right now, but, you know.
Hey, I'm always
never
down.
Say never, but
the girls know that. They like Ashley's always down.
All they gotta do is pick up the phone.
Call me. And I'd be like, sure, where are we going?
No, I want to ask you though too, like, you've like back in the early 2000s, well, no, not even, probably the 2000s period, I feel. You got to experience a lot of parties and, like, you know, Hollywood Hills parties and the stuff that before social media, like,
not Hollywood Hills parties, but parties, yes.
Parties. Good parties.
Because we were still minors.
Well, yeah, but I feel...
So they would get us into the clubs and sit us down in a booth. Take a picture, and then get us out.
Are you for real?
Yeah. What were we going to do? We couldn't drink, and we didn't drink. I'm telling you. Like, there's so many stories you'll hear from young celebrities, and I'm like, that's so fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, they did not have people protecting them. We had people protecting us. Our parents were always on the road. Our teachers were always with us, always. So, and then our managers and tour managers, they didn't mess around either. So we were very, very well protected.
Well, that's a good thing, because, yeah, you do hear so many people are messed up, I feel, that were famous between the ages of, like, 10 and 20.
Yeah.
You know, there's more than a handful, I feel.
Yeah, the parties were awesome. I remember one night, you'll laugh at this, that it was one of those big, like, I think after the VMAs or something, one of those big parties. And it had to be that. And we were walking around shaking hands. Hi, doing our, it's like a political, you know, like, hi. Oh, thank you. We love you. Yes, let's do music. Da. And I shook Janet Jackson's hand. Great, nice to meet you. Moved on. And all the girls were screaming. I'm like, what are you screaming about? That was Janet Jackson. I'm like, that was Janet Jackson. I didn't even know. We had talked to so many people that I didn't even like, because she had her big fro going on. And so it was covering her face. And you know how shy she is.
Yeah, she's so reserved.
I missed it. Didn't even realize that I was shaking Janet Jackson's hand. So,
that's crazy. Well, yeah, and you just got to witness, you just got to be at the VMAs when the VMAs were good.
Yeah.
Like, those are like the monumental moments I feel you can only watch on YouTube now, because the VMAs are nothing like they were at that
maybe
time.
it's just our time. I wonder if the younger generation feels differently, if they love the VMAs just as much as we loved them back in the day. But I mean, I agree.
Yeah, because you don't have the legends meeting with, like, at that time, like, these were new, and you had, like, the legends there. Yeah. You had, like, Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, you know, Janet Jackson. You had Prince pop up. But now, who pops up? Beyonce? Like, yeah, she's a legend, but no, she's a legend, but I grew up.
Be careful!
Hold up. Beyonce is on that list 100%.
No, she is, but I'm saying I grew up with her. Yeah. So, like...
Yeah,
you true. Did?
No, not like that. But, like, seeing her career... You know, like, seeing her career flourish. Whereas Michael Jackson...
a legend appearing on the stage. Basically.
Exactly. Like, they were famous by the time I knew what music was.
Right.
Like, oh, my God, Michael Jackson, Lionel Richie, you know, Anita Baker... Right. You know who them are.
It doesn't get the draw like it used to, you know, because everyone's watching YouTube, and videos aren't what they used to, because you don't have a show that's, you know, constantly showing you. It's you know, the format is different, you know, so.
It's crazy. But like you both said, to the newer generation, Beyonce is a legend to them, because they don't know of Beyonce, Destiny's Child. They just know Beyonce is Beyonce, where us...
It's how my kids will see Beyonce.
Right. Exactly. They'll be like, oh my God, it's like the next Tina Turner.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, I guess that's just, I'm getting old, and I don't realize it, and it sucks.
We're all going there, buddy.
I'm going to get a fake ID. That's my next...
Fake ID to be younger?
I'm saying be born in like 1999 or like 2000.
Well, with that filter, you look it.
I know, that's what I need. I can't, I don't want it. I hate when people say, like, someone told me recently, like, anyone born in the 80s is old. I looked at them, I'm like,
I know, right?
We are, though.
Holy shit, we're getting old.
We are getting old.
They're like, you're born in the 80s? I was like, yeah, that was just an insult. Like, thanks, but. Yeah,
I know, we're the oldest millennials.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're the old, it's scary. I hate being
At least I'm a millennial. I'll take it. It makes me feel younger.
Like, yeah, exactly that way, but how a lot of millennials think, I can't stand it.
Oh, you're not a millennial.
I'm a millennial, but I don't like the way certain millennials think. Just like, you know, they think everything's given to them and don't work for it. I don't like that.
I'm all for my little millennials. I love them so much.
Oh, they get my nerves. They're a lot.
You old.
I know, it's horrible, and I'm a millennial. That's the scary part.
But the old ones tell them, "Hey, you need to do it this way."
But you know, I know, you know. So the tour ended. You know, you took a break. A break indefinitely until further notice. Yeah. So I know you've been working on, just like you said, being a family, starting a family. How has it been with the podcast? Because I know you've been going. How long now? Close to.
Well, we started it. We had a good run with it, and then we started it back up to do the second season when COVID started. And we did one episode.
So I've been working on our house, trying to get that done. Yeah. For the most part. You know, hopefully we can start something back.
So DJ has like 5 jobs.
Yeah, I have a lot of stuff I have.
And because I live in the smallest ass town ever, he's the only co-host that I can have because he lives with me. But I really just need like a good co-host that has time. But he does it with me. But if I did, I would do it more. I think we are planning on, with everything going on in the world, I thought about, like, I speak a lot on my social media about where I'm at with the BLM movement and, you know, just anything in life. I'm always speaking my mind. I just don't want to go on a podcast as a white woman and start talking about this movement like I know so much or whatever. I have a lot to learn myself. But I think that one thing I can contribute, besides what I'm doing behind closed doors and, you know, speaking up to where I feel it needs to be spoken up about, I feel like what I can contribute is some humor and some real talk about things that I'm also passionate about, which is the LGBTQ, I will not name the rest, community, because it's starting to get really, really long. I respect it all. I would love to talk more about, you know, women issues, marriage issues, and sex. So I think that we could use some other topics to bounce back. Like, you know, I think that the Black Lives Matter movement is so important, and I am laser focused in. But I am also realizing that that balance is important, as far as like I literally am thinking about it and talking about it and all day, and it's not making me clear.
Yeah.
It's making me angry, and it's making me add fuel to a fire that isn't productive. And I want to be helpful. I want to be, I want to make sure that where my energy goes is helpful, you know?
No, definitely.
And so, yeah, I think the podcast will get revamped. I don't know if DJ will be on it or not.
We'll see.
But I definitely feel like I have a voice.
Is it like therapy, would you say, for both of you? Like, just to kind of...
We talk a lot. We have a pretty, you know, Ashley is a very communicative person.
I think it's more funny for us.
It's
because
fun for
the
us.
kids are sleeping,
the kids
and we're
sleep,
like,
and we just get a chance to have a few.
It's like a date night. There's Blythe has like 2 restaurants.
Yeah, we talk. We just talk about a subject and see where it goes.
Right. He's really introspective and talks about space and crap. So
space and crap. Wow, that's what you relegate me to. Space and crap.
Have you ever? I wanted to say too, like I could see both of you on like a couple's Big Brother.
Yeah.
That's genius.
Yeah. I
could totally see
so much
both.
Fun. I would love that. Oh my God,
like, have you ever thought about?
Can you win together, or is it only?
That's
together?
what I'm saying. They need to do that. Like they should do a couple's Big Brother.
Is it never been done?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. It's just
Look
been celebrity.
You making up important.
Yeah, I think it's like, I think it would be fun because, like, you know, however much the money is, just split it, you know, 50-50, you and your spouse. And it's all going in the same account anyway.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's your spouse, so.
That's right.
Let's create one. Let's do it.
They should, I guess after the pandemic is over, because.
Yeah. It's all right. We can do it remotely. It won't be.
Yeah, right. Because, you know, they canceled it abruptly.
Yeah.
I know they had to, like, quit Big Brother just in the
like
middle
everything that I watched the Housewives where they were like doing the reunion from the computer.
The house.
No, I'm like I don't even want to see it. But I don't know. I want to see someone who's gonna poke a stick in someone's face, and I want to see it all of them together. You know, I don't want to see it.
Even the like even concerts. You know, a lot of people are doing. Like I'm good friends with Jennifer Hudson, and she performs from home. And I'm like, Jen, it's just not the same.
At all.
Like, yeah, I know it isn't, but
that voice.
But you got oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, like I tell her, I'm like, it just sucks. Like, it just no audience, no. Like I'm really interested to see how the BET Awards are.
Because it's like a connection. Like when a singer is singing, it's a relationship with the audience.
Yeah,
and so there's a vibe that goes. That's what I love. There's like an electricity that happens.
Yeah,
and whether it's good or bad.
Exactly.
but yeah, if you're singing at home, it's just your own electricity. It's not the same.
Yeah, that's what like the BET Awards is all going to be remotely Sunday. So, like Jen's performing, but she had to do her performance already, and it's just all going to be everyone recording and just
same thing I see. She was on The Voice this year too with John Legend, and same thing. They were performing from home.
Yeah, it was
beautiful.
Well, they even hit me up. BET was like, "Do you want to do the red carpet?" I was like, "What red carpet?"
Right.
They're like, "It's going to be a remote." I was like,
people remotely.
Yeah, I was like, I'm fine. I'm good. Like I don't know. It just, I don't know. It's just weird. Like, I
It won't be.
can't.
Get ready to get back with people.
It won't be for too much longer. Hopefully, we'll get this vaccine taken care of in the next, within the year, and we can.
Yeah, before the end of the year. I'm praying.
Who knows? Life may be different after this, but you just have to adapt and do whatever you need to do to keep your family safe and the people around you safe, and try to make the best of the world as it is.
No, and I can't do these masks. I can't breathe now.
Yeah, it's hard for some
either.
people who are claustrophobic. I can definitely understand that.
That's how I am. Like, I'm very much that person. Like, I don't know if you all both are, but I don't like someone. Like, I need 6 feet away at all times, even before all this happened. Like, my mom will be, like, right on top of me in line at, like, a store. I'm like, yo, Mom, just back up. Like, yo.
I work construction, so I'm used to people being, like, all over in your grill and also like,
I can't take it. I start getting anxiety. So my anxiety is, like, 10 times worse because certain people ain't doing the social distance stuff. I'm like, it's a pandemic right now, people. Don't you understand? Like, we're at the grocery store.
It's an anxious time,
It's horrible. I can't. Well, I want to say, like, what do both of you have plans for, I guess, the rest of this year, would you say? And what do you still want to do personally and professionally, would you say, for next year? Because I feel next year will be hopefully our new normal and pretty much back to new normal life.
Yeah. I'd say probably for the rest of this year, I think, we plan to finish our house. We're trying to finish all the projects we have going on at the house. Ashley's building her Arbonne business, which is going amazing, and she's meeting a bunch of amazing girls.
I can't even lie.
Just like honestly, I came into this whole thing as like a big skeptic because I'm just an outsider, and I think, it's just another, thing. But this is just something that these girls do.
I'm a boss.
She's the boss, and she makes her money and she sells a great product. And
the truth is I genuinely do not know how to do anything without pedal to the metal.
Yeah.
I don't jump into things unless I believe in them. And so I didn't go into this business lightly, and I was ready. My twins are at an age where I was like, okay, the first year was totally focused on them. Now I'm ready for some me time and me money. And I'm just the kind of
need
woman
me time. Me
time
time is
but
necessary.
like I'm the kind of woman that has to make my own money. Like I have to. Like regardless of if he was making however much he's making, I have to make my own. So I started the business. It just took off, and I'm so blessed and grateful. But I love this company. It's so much integrity. The products are incredible. Like they've changed my life. So my plan for the rest of this year is to keep building my business. There's 4 levels. I'm at level 2. I plan to get to level 4, but I plan to get to level 3 by the end of this year, which is a substantially different financial position. But more importantly, like my purpose, my purpose in life is to make others feel confident, number one, by what I like to say, finding their fuck it. People need to like care less about what's going on with everybody else and start caring more about what is right here. And it takes a certain amount of time to like get to that point,
Yeah,
and through this business, I'm helping people find their confidence, starting with nutrition. And I know it sounds so silly, but like nutrition is so big. How you feel about your body inside and out is how you bleed into the world. Literally. If you feel 100%. Like crap, you're going to treat people like crap. If you're feeling sluggish, you're not going to be the most energetic mom, like whatever it is. So I found a train that I jumped on that gives me a way to like fulfill my purpose, because music is over for me right now. I will revisit it at some point. I have so much music that has not been put out, so much music that I think that people would love to hear. So I'm planning on finding a way to release some of that as well. And then we're just going to raise our babies and travel, because I have a job where I can work wherever I am.
That's the best. Yeah. I want to ask you too, like, to wrap up, what is one thing you've learned from this crazy industry? Because like you said, you started at a young age and you still are level-headed and normal compared to half of these stars that literally, because like you said, they didn't have a good team around them. Like, what's one thing you really learned just from this industry? Because everyone thinks, it's the glitz and glamour and, oh, I'm famous and, oh, I have a #1 song on, the pop charts. This is the life. And I'm sorry, we have 2 minutes. I'm sorry, they're about to cut us off. Dang.
It's fine.
Probably that it can be taken away in a heartbeat. That's what I've seen. You can work so hard for something and be so good at something, and no matter how hard you work at it and, how deserving of it, it can go away because of in an instant,
Honestly, you just got to find your fuck it. I'm serious. That's where I found it was in the industry. Yeah. You can't care so much even about the long haul because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know who you're going to encounter, what life situations are going to be thrown at you. The most important thing is that you are living your truth without caring about what everyone else thinks. If you want to wear green all day, wear green all day. If you want to sing opera with some hip hop, great.
Yeah, do it.
Do it, because you will never get the time back. You'll never get the time back. So that's my advice.
No, but guys, I want to thank you so much because I know y'all are busy. You got 2 babies. Like, that's a job on its own, let alone your normal jobs and living life. But, stay safe, stay healthy.
Thank you.
Thank you. You too.
Definitely talk to y'all soon, I'm sure. And, I appreciate y'all.
Thank you for being patient with us tonight. I'm so sorry. We will do a redo.
I figured it.
Makeup and everything.
Good.
And we'll get really into Dream. So
okay.
We need a redo. I love you.
Okay, appreciate you.
Bye.
Bye.